You can find them on Twitter, you can find them on the gram. After listening to their podcast, you'll be sitting there like, damn, taking their teaching from one level to the next, reaching up to Canada and down to
So Jen, can we talk a little WeVideo?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, now, Valerie, have you used WeVideo?
I haven't. I've looked at it and everything, and explored it a little on my own, but I haven't actually used it with the students.
Because they also have with the little ones, they have the story mode timeline or story
they
mode.
They have the iPad app as well.
Okay.
There's an iPad app that's simplified. But if you're using Chromebooks, you can change from timeline mode to story mode, which looks like the iPad app, looks more like iMovie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Good. What do you want to know?
So, well, how long have you been using WeVideo?
Oh, okay. So when I moved from teaching art to teaching tech, we had the one-to-one program, and they were like, well, we have Chromebooks. We need a video editor. How do you edit video on a Chromebook? And the answer, especially like going on 6 years ago, but even now, it's like the answer is WeVideo. Like that's the thing, because it's cloud-based. It's not device dependent. So here's the thing, like I love my Macs. I'm talking on a Mac right now. I got my iPad, I got my Apple Pencil. I love it. But iMovie, it's device dependent. You're working on it at school it doesn't matter, you have to have that same device and you carry it with you in order to keep working on it. With WeVideo, I can work on it right here at home. I can go to school, work on it on my Windows machine. I actually, like last year, my son was in the hospital with pneumonia last year. And I actually had my Chromebook with me, and I edited an entire YouTube video, made my thumbnails and uploaded it from the hospital Wi-Fi on my Chromebook. And I was like, oh, I love this. So yeah, that's the cloud-based is what sold it for, I think my school district originally. So they do have a WeVideo for schools. We have a district like license.
That's what we have it as well.
Yeah. They're great.
And if I was in charge, which I'm not, but if I was, and I could only buy one like subscription for a school district, I don't just say, I get no kickbacks. I would buy WeVideo because I think like it's just the most powerful thing, and you get the most bang for your buck with it. And they're constantly updating, and they are very invested in education, and they listen to our feedback. Yep. So I have insider knowledge that there is stuff that's coming out that's going to blow your mind, man.
Well, today real collaboration was released.
They announced that one today. All right. Yes. Yeah. Live collaboration has been going on for, they promised it to us last summer at ISTE was when they first were like, it's in the works, it's coming. And then, yes, now it's finally, because people always wanted to collaborate in WeVideo the way you would on a Google Doc. And we were always told like that like technologically it's just not possible, and you have people like moving each other, it just wouldn't work. And then now like the magic of tech, it's here.
So, Joe and I were in the beta test for it.
Yay!
We did with Joe's co-teacher, we did a carpool karaoke, Take Me Home Country Road.
Very hard.
But it was awesome because we were all in the timeline editor at the same time, editing clips, pulling them together. Like I never laughed so much when we were doing that.
Well, not only that, but like how everything was working. Like there was no lag, and it was like, oh, are you doing this? Because were we on a Meet too?
Yeah.
So we were on like a Zoom or something. Yeah. So we're running the Meet, running the live version, and it was, pretty much seamless.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Jen, do you mind if I ask, do you use it with like K-2 students?
Okay, that's a great question. I haven't done it yet because remember I'm brand new to, but I'm hearing these guys talk about the real-time collaboration, and my wheels are going. And I'm like, yeah, we need to do this, because if it's not individual projects, if they're collaborating together, then I absolutely do think they could use it, because there's always like the kindergartners are teaching me Seesaw right now. Like that's the thing. Like they know it, they want to share. So they'll ask me something. I'll be like, well, I don't really know how to do that. And then another kid just shouts out, Mrs. Leban, you got to go to the 3 dots and hit the thing. I'm like, oh, thanks. So So I absolutely see it. Like I'm like, I need to try that now. I need to go there.
that's so cool too. If you're remote, that like you could have two kids that are remote be working on a video together and experiencing like that connection piece where they could make a video that's collaborative about things that they like together, or their favorite candies or their not favorite candies. Right. Like Jen and I's video would be completely opposite of each other.
Yes. But the nice thing with WeVideo is they have that whole library of stock images. And
you don't even have to record anything.
Right.
Yeah. Kids can create an entire video just from within WeVideo. You don't actually need cameras or lights or, microphones. Anything. They can go into the stock footage and type outer space, and you can get like space-inspired music, still photos, moving like backgrounds of just space, a picture of an astronaut, there's so much stuff, and they can like put it together. They can layer titles on top of it. So that's what I think is really cool, is that you're not worrying about like, do I have to like give them a folder of pre-done stuff? Do we have to spend 2 weeks filming this and then bringing that in and doing this? Nah, they can make it all from right within the
that's awesome.
Whoa, why can I not? The library.
Well, and so on the iPad, how does that look?
That's a great question. The last time I did it on the iPad, I know that we had access to the camera roll. We were doing, and I need to look at that now.
Okay, well, I mean, not because
talk amongst yourselves.
Because I was just wondering if they could, because I know in third grade, one of the hard things is when they go into that stock media, I get the question all the time, how do you spell this? How do you spell that? So I didn't know if on the iPad you get that voice, right?
Voice type.
Yeah. When the keyboard would,
really good question.
When the keyboard would come up on the iPad, right? There's that little button. I just tell the kids, I'm like, well, it's sound it out. Probably with.
Hey, that's a good suggestion though for WeVideo to put into even the Chromebook app, a little microphone up there so that they can speak, what they're looking for.
Third graders can spell it out. Like,
true. But still, I mean, just in general, it's a good, good thing.
Well, so this is interesting. So I'm in the WeVideo app on my iPad, and you can get from the device media, they have the camera, and then WeVideo Essentials. That was what I couldn't remember. I knew there was a name for their library, the WeVideo Essentials. And when I click on it, it does have like a search for content bar, like you would type in. But when I hit it, I do get the regular keyboard. Oh, that's a terrible view there. But I do get the regular keyboard, including the microphone.
Okay.
So that sounds really promising.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I'll tell you, Valerie, we had a few episodes ago, we had Jeremy Gluckman, who is the creator community creator, I guess.
Manager.
Yeah.
Manager.
So he did with preschool kids in New York. He did they created 2 movies that he shared with us from YouTube that are on our Wakelet from that episode. And they're hilarious. I mean,
with iPads, right, Ron? I think because they had the iPads. Oh
no, because he said he was using full on like $1,000 cameras. He said I was concerned about having 4 and 5-year-olds running around with the cameras, and he actually edited it because they didn't have WeVideo, but he said they created just amazing movies. So yeah, I think I would give it a shot with kindergarten. It would be cool.
Keep up with every new episode by subscribing on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, or anywhere you listen. Remember to visit teachernerds.com, and that's nerds with a Z. Follow us on Twitter @TeacherNerds and on Instagram @TeacherNerdsPodcast. And thank you for being one of the Teacher Nerds.